targets. So Cyrell, Nebuchadnezzar, Dala. You have a full minute of struggling. What are you doing?
I'm assuming I dropped the torch when I grabbed Nebuchadnezzar, and so I imagine I'm behind him, and I actually grab onto his warhammer. I'm pulling it to kind of give leverage to hold him. And I'm like, Dala, speak to your boy. We need to get out of here.
What are you doing? Let's go. Stop being difficult.
I go, you listen to me. We came into this woods to fight the shadow. And that big thing is
I just cut you off. Stop. Don't say anything. Don't be difficult.
I'm gonna talk. I'm
No.
talking.
No.
I'm talking here. No, I'm gonna talk
Then
first.
can I cover his mouth? Can I cover his mouth?
No.
All right, well, I'm going to cover his mouth.
Okay.
As she tries to cover my mouth, I'm just gonna like lick her hand. Just really get her grossed out.
Tala's seen worse.
I need you guys to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
I understand. Yeah, that would be a natural one.
At 12.
17?
Man, what's with the natural
No,
one?
not something else. That's louder than me. I guess my shit like rubbing against you or something. I don't know.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, so where are we?
You're about 30 seconds away still. Cyrell, Neb, and Dala are scuffling.
Chat.
My guy is not fighting hard to break out of the binds. Obviously, he's shifting around to show that he's uncomfortable, but he's not like going full on trying to break the binds that Cyrell had. Obviously, whatever I'm saying is lost behind the hands at this point. But I'm gonna keep on speaking though, even though you can't hear anything.
Am I still able to hear the hiss on the other side of the wall?
No. No.
Oh, wonderful. Great. All right.
Gosh, let me go. You should have put me in, coach.
Chat. There is shadow out deeper in the woods. We need to go. Leave this one be so we can fight a greater threat. And so I'm saying that I'm trying to drag him.
Is there a way that I can start making my way down faster, quicker?
Yeah, sure. Just, yeah. Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Wonderful. No, not true one. All right. 8.
Okay. So right around the time that he says we need to go, and Cyrell, you start pulling backwards on Nebuchadnezzar to try and actually move him back a couple feet. Edrahel, you round the corner. Haley now a few feet behind you as you kind of sprinted past her a little bit. Haley, you're able to be drawn around to the light and you can start to see things. You see Nebuchadnezzar, Dala, and Cyrell all sort of grappling each other. Edrahel, you come up behind the group. You've got the staff in one hand.
Okay. I tell him to come in the tower. I put the stuff on the side. I still have the mithril armor. But I tell him to come in and I explain the situation. I tell him that I don't hear it anymore. And although I don't see it, I believe that the spider is, well, this creature is awake. Is it?
Okay. Do the three of you go inside the tower with him when he says that? Nebuchadnezzar, especially, I'm asking you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when I hear that, I'm like,
when you turn around and you see him holding mithril armor, which you definitely recognize 100%. You also see the staff as he leans it up against the wall. I want you, Nebuchadnezzar, to make a lore check.
Would that have to do with like obviously that's not stone cutting, I think that, but Does any of my jeweler's tools, smith tools, or knowledge of which give me an advantage on any of that stuff?
Yes, because it is of dwarven make. I will say
Alright.
yes. It's a mixture of
Alright.
stone cutting and wood.
And I got a full 14.
14. You recognize this staff. It has a name that escapes you at this moment, but it's a powerful staff that was used by your kin to help clear the old road when it was first built. And it has been locked away for a long time.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything right now. Right now, my guy's first goal is to get into the tower. I'm obviously gesturing and nodding my head that way so we know to get inside the tower.
Okay.
How like big is the front door to the tower?
It's actually just barely big enough for like Edrahel to get into. It was
Usually pretty
a
safe.
dwarven watchtower, so
Yep.
small.
Okay. Yep. So all right, then that's wrong. So it's up to them if they're gonna let me go or not. I'm not gonna fight against them, but I'm gonna start to go that way.
I'm confused. Edrahel, you're coming out of the tower and you're telling us to get into the tower?
No, I am from the inside of the tower. I'm putting the stuff away, and I'm telling them from the inside if you're able to see me and to see that I'm telling you to come in.
He's in the doorway telling you to come into the tower.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. That's what I said. Okay, cool.
You just asked.
Thank
like-
you.
No, I'm doing nothing. Continue.
And you explain the situation to us?
While you're moving in, yes. Well, I'm
And
hoping that
first.
you start moving in, but it's kind of like, okay, well, I start explaining the situation because I think that you're close enough that you can hear me, right? How close are you to?
Yeah, they're close enough they can hear you. So you explain about the spider and Tauler. Do you mention the dwarves?
No.
Okay.
I'm just mentioning that the spider, the hiss, I'm not able to hear it anymore, and I believe that it's awake because
Okay.
they read from it in the note.
Cyril stops pulling chat. He still has chat locked, and he says, "Shouldn't we run away?"
It is like my mouth still covered up.
Yes.
That's all I got to say about that one.
Edrahel, quickly, shouldn't we run away from the tower? Or are you telling us to go back in?
I personally believe that it would be better in the tower. If we try to run away from the tower, it might be able to follow us. At least in the tower, we have a better defensive
Do I hear
opportunity.
him say this?
Yeah, you guys are all together.
Okay, so I say, but there's web inside of the tower, and dead bodies inside of the tower.
Yes.
Basically, they couldn't fight from the tower. Let's go. And I drag. I'm
Nebuchadnezzar,
dragging.
you do see the two skeletons in the base of the tower, and they are dwarvish.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to break out of binds. I'm kind of sick of just standing out here in the open being grabbed when there's a giant enemy nearby.
Do it.
So I'm gonna
Wait,
break
am I
out.
able to hear Haley when she said that there's bodies in there?
You guys are
Yeah.
all together. You can all hear each other right now. Yes.
I have a non-nat 20. A non-nat 20.
Okay. So, Dala, are you still assisting Cyril with his grapple of Nebuchadnezzar?
I kind of push him a little because I'm just frustrated with him trying to.
Okay. So that's a no. So, Cyril, go ahead and
Yep.
just make
Gotcha.
your grapple check.
I add athletics.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. I got 11.
Okay. Nebuchadnezzar, you're able to break free.
So I break 3 and I jog inside and I jog inside the tower and I gesture for everyone else to kind of follow me in.
Yeah, right.
You are all inside the tower.
If they choose to follow me in, they don't have to choose. But I'm
No.
Yeah.
Cyril picks up the torch. Can I sense where the spider is?
No.
Cyril starts jogging towards the tower. Dala, I think we are out of time. We need to seek safety in the tower now. Cyril is noticeably frustrated and angry with the entire group.
Yeah, same. Okay.
Haley is not happy about being inside the tower.
I feel like if this was like a Telltale game, it's like every person is like on my screen. It's like they will remember that decision.
But yeah, it's like Dragon Age. You know how it affects your relationships. Everyone just got a -5 for Nebuchadnezzar.
So while I'm inside, I'm gonna look around and see if there's any way to fortify the front door.
While he's doing that, Cyril says, "What is your game plan? It's clear that the people who were here did not win against the spider, so I don't understand why we're staying here. It makes more sense to try to get away before the spider attacks us."
So let me get this straight. You want to run out in the middle of the dark woods where there's no direction for this thing to chase us, or we can have a choke point right here in the tower and beat it.
How dark is it? We just had breakfast.
All right. Well, first of all, if we're all going in there, we're not following Chad. It's not happening. I'm not. It's not happening. Sorry, Chad.
I agree. Dala, I'm with you. And I wanted to run away 5 minutes ago before you were struggling. We could have gotten away. I don't understand why you called us back in here at Edrahel, but we're here. Let's fortify and figure out how we're going to kill this spider.
Edrahel, a couple small pebbles kind of hit the ground next to you. You just notice it, and that's it.
All right. Am I able to look up and see what is going on?
You look up. You don't see anything.
Enough time to do
Can
so?
Can like you do one of those slow movie lookups? So like.
Don't worry, there's not a set of fangs 6 inches above your head. You don't see anything when you look up. Nothing out of the ordinary. But a couple of small pebbles did hit the ground next to you.
Just so you know, John, one of my things that I got at level 2 is called Vigilant Senses, and says I can sense when danger is near. I have advantage on perception checks when it comes to detecting nearby enemies or ambushes.
Okay, so go ahead and make a perception check with advantage then.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Like danger sense.
Yeah.
Will is with the horses, right?
What was that?
I got a 14.
Yes.
I have a 14. I'm kind of trying to hear if I can hear anything outside or above, because obviously I do have dark vision, but being inside the tower, I imagine I can see the whole room pretty easily. So
yeah, you can see throughout the tower. There's nothing currently inside. You do hear something above.
Okay. Explain to me how the stairwell is. Is there a wall next to the stairs, or is the stairs
It's completely open. So it's stone stairs that are built into the wall. So the wall is a column, and the stairs hug the wall and go around the inside edge, spiraling up. And every 15 feet, there's a landing that rings around the entire inside. That's about 5 to 7 feet wide. But then the rest of the center is completely hollow all the way to the ceiling.
Okay, so we can potentially look up and see all the way to the very top.
You can see all the way to the bottom of the roof that goes outside, yeah.
And then the next thing is, are the stairs, are they overhanging, or are they just like a solid sheet?
It's solid.
Okay, so there's no way to get underneath the stairs. That's what I'm asking.
Correct.
Okay.
The best you could do is get under the one of the first ring, but even then it's 15 feet up, so the angles may not be that favorable for cover from above.
Okay. My thing is, I'm just gonna tell everyone to scatter about the rooms and to stay near the walls. I'll say, if this thing drops down, we want to make sure that it does not get us all in one swoop.
Right around this time, you hear a little.
Do we know where it's coming from? I mean, yeah.
All around. I need you to roll for initiative.
Of course.
Blast it, Chad and Edrahel.
Hey.
Oh, my man. The goal is we have to elbow drop this spider when we got a chance.
I got a 5.
Hold on. 25 to 20. I got to go in order. Otherwise, it's going to... Because I write everything down, so... No one? 20 to 15.
Oh, yeah, 20.
20? Dollar with 20?
18.
Edgerhell with 18. 15 to 10.
10.
All right, Nebuchadnezzar, what'd you get?
A 4.
Okay, so Cyril with a 5. And Nebuchadnezzar with a 4.
They're too busy bickering.
Okay. So, top of the round, Dala. You don't currently see anything inside of the tower. The that you're hearing is something outside moving around. So you have a couple options. If you have an item or something you would like to use, go ahead. You could hold your turn to the end of the round. You could peek outside, see if there's something that you can attack from the doorway, or you could ready an action, say if something comes through the door that you'll attack. Those are just some ideas.
I'll do that. I'll be ready.
Okay. Are you going to ready a ranged weapon or your melee weapon?
Melee.
Okay. So you get up next to the door, and if a spider or other hostile creature comes in, you will immediately get to attack. Edgerhell, same deal. Haley, you're on.
I agree with what Chad says. So what I do is I go right next to the wall on the side. I try to signal everybody if they're paying attention to just be quiet and to just listen to know where it's coming from, or when we can hear it or where we can't hear it. That way we know more about it. Since we cannot see our enemy at the moment, and that's what I'm gonna do. I ready my bow and arrow.
Okay.
Keep it. And I look up. So I just wait for something if I see something that's gonna pop up or something.
Okay. So both of you have ready an attack. Dala, melee at the door. Edgerhell, you've got a ranged weapon. You're also keeping an eye up near the ceiling. Haley, same question.
I'm going to go up the stairs a little bit, still being up against the wall, but I don't like how short I am in this circumstance. And so I had already notched an arrow in my bow that I'm going to inspire Dala. Can I sing without? I mean, I guess we're already rolling initiative. If Spider knows we're in here, so I guess I'll just go ahead and sing then without worrying about being quiet. And so Dala, I'll sing. Dala, you're a warrior, fighting with great strength and fervor. Watch you go, and the bad guys go, where?
I just shed one tear.
Do you have a D6 to whatever?
You can add to one ability check or attack roll of your choice, Dala. 1d6. You can do it once. Okay. So you moved up. You did inspiration. Are you going to hold an attack anytime?
Inspiration is action, I believe.
Inspiration, I believe, is a bonus action for your character.
Bonus action?
Can you double check on that?
I'll check, yeah. If it is not an action, then I will hold.
Okay, so look it up and let me know. And in the meantime, it's actually the spider's turn, so I'm going to have to wait a minute.
Right.
That's fine.
That was a beautiful song.
I was laughing through it though. John, what page are the classes?
I'm pulling it up. You're fine.
Okay.
I almost got it. It's a bonus action.
Yep, bonus action. So which weapon are you? You're running your bow.
The short
All right. Which one is it?
Short bow.
Short bow. Okay. Yeah, that's a class thing. So it's going to be in the class section, which is always after a race. Okay, so on the spider's turn, you hear that sound of their sort of spiny legs clacking along the ground outside as three small spiders come running in the doorway. There is no conceivable way that the large spider would actually be able to get inside the tower. But three small spiders come shooting in the doorway. The first one, Dala, triggers your attack of opportunity. So go ahead and make your attack that you held on to. Hey, at least not stone trolls.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was that?
18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
Four.
Did you roll a 1 on your die?
Oh. Whoops. 9.
Okay, that sounds more like it. All right, you're fine. So 9 damage. As you bring your weapon down, you actually manage to cleave off one of the legs off of the first spider, and there's a little spurt of this greenish black blood. It's kind of nasty as it stumbles into the room. Really, everyone else has a held attack as well. So Edrahel, you were next on initiative, so you get to do yours next.
All right. Since I'm not seeing anything like that, then I want to shoot one of these spiders.
Yep, so the first one comes through the door. You drop your arrow down and let an arrow loose. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, let me see that. That's 14. Do I hit?
14 hits.
That's wonderful. And now let's find out about. That's a 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
Actually, 8. My bad. Fighting style. So.
All right. So you fire out an arrow, and it slams into just by the head, kind of piercing into the abdomen of that the spider. That spider's about 2 feet off the ground. Pretty normal to the first set of spiders that you fought here in the Mirkwood. Spider's looking a little rough. Haley, your turn.
You said small spiders, but compared to Haley, what?
They're the same spiders, same type of spiders you guys fought your first time in the Mirkwood.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they're still a couple feet tall. They're just small relative to the other one.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot one of the spiders.
Yep. Yeah. So roll to attack. Yeah. All you did was hold your attack. You guys can't do anything else right now.
It's 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
4.
4. All right. As your bolt flies over and slams into the spider, it lets out sort of a sickening hiss as it collapses onto the ground, and its legs kind of curl up. The first spider that ran inside is dead. So there are 2 spiders that continue coming in behind it, both the same size and type. So Cyrell.
Right before initiative, I was hoping to glance around. Is there anything that I can see that's flammable? Like, are there other torches in the area? Whatever.
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 17.
17. Nothing inherent to the tower stands out to you, but you do know that spider webbing is flammable.
It's gonna be my next question. Okay, and then the other thing I was glancing for, is there any thing like spears, pikes, or something, or even long like candle holders? I was hoping to get a weapon to use for range or for reach.
Yeah, there's a small stand with equipment in there. There are a couple pole arms, nothing special, but you could grab basically, it's like a large javelin if you want.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go towards the large javelin, try drop the torch, grab it, swing it around, and get ready to stab if I can.
Sure, go for it.
Dude,
I'll let
do
you
I
attack.
get to stab? Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you
Um,
would have probably grabbed that weapon as you heard the clattering and everything. So that would be part of what you had readied beforehand.
Okay, sounds great. I don't know the stats for that. I'll just roll and I can look up the stats in a second.
Yep, sounds good. So roll, add your, it's going to be a finesse weapon. So add your dex and your, well, if you're proficient.
It's not going to hit. I rolled a 3, so it'll be like 5.
Yeah, it's not going to hit. All right. Yeah, so we'll call this a lance. So just find the lance in the book.
Okay, sounds good.
Nebuchadnezzar, it is your actual turn.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of run around beside of Dala, not directly in the pathway of the door, but enough so I can still strike the second spider coming through.
Do it.
So I'm gonna make sure that like I'm not standing in front of the door that if there's like man jumps in, it can't get me. I'm kind of off the side. And I get a I get a bad one. I get a I only get a 7 to hit, so I miss.
Yeah, 7 does miss.
Yep.
Yep. Any bonus action you want to take?
I think that my only bonus action will be, I guess if it's possible, like if like one of the things try to jump on me, I just want to punt it. Obviously, not like doing any damage to it, but just make sure that none of these things try to pin me. That's coming up bonus. Just getting ready. I hit, and then
You're a little tired of being pinned. It seems everyone in your party has a thing for grappling you, so you're a little.
I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what. I guess I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay. Top of the round, Dala, you're up. You got 2 spiders in melee range. The first one you were attacking has died.
Okay, so I try and go for the other one.
Go for it.
All right. A 14.
14 hits.
Okay. And a 9.
9 damage. That's good damage. All right. You swing your weapon around again. Some of the blood from the spider kind of flings off of your. It's a hammer, right?
Yeah.
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 Some of the blood that you had cleaved off of the first leg sort of slides off of your hammer and smacks into the wall as you bring the hammer down onto the next spider in line, doing a good amount of damage there. Edrahel.
Okay. I want to start making my way up the stairs, but at the same time, like keeping an eye on that opening, where the spiders are coming from. So
Okay.
anyway, I start going up.
In combat, the stairs are considered difficult terrain because of the stickiness. So you can, with all of your movement, the highest you can go is right to that first level at 15 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll go up and I'll again shoot an arrow to aiming for the same spider that I'll just hit if it's not dead already.
Okay, and you do that. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is a natural 1. I don't think I hit.
Dala, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
16.
All right, so you notice Edrahel going as he climbs up, and he goes to let an arrow loose from his weapon. But as he does that, you actually hear him go, oh! and it throws you off. That's usually not a sound you hear Edrahel make in battle. And you look up, his foot is a little extra stuck for some reason. And as he goes to take that last step and fire his arrow, it throws off his balance, and he barely is able to catch himself and prevent himself from going prone. But it knocks the arrow off trajectory, and it's coming straight for you. You just hop over a little bit, thankfully, and the arrow slams into the ground and shatters against the stone, thankfully not hitting you.
Bye.
Haley, you're up.
Okay, do I remember which floor had the case of hooks?
The second floor had a case of books that were mostly
No, hooks.
Oh, hooks. Yeah, that was the second floor.
Second floor. So with, I probably can't get there then. If it was on the first floor, then maybe.
Yeah, if you use your action to dash, you can move, what, 50 feet then in a round?
I'm 'cause
So,
I'm 25 feet.
and so it'd be 25 total with the movement. You would almost be able to get to the second floor, but not all the way.
Would I be able to help her? Like to?
No. Maybe setting something up on your next turn, but you've already gone.
Nah,
so.
if it was close, like on the first floor, I was gonna like run and grab them, but it's an improvised weapon. But I will just continue shooting.
All right.
Do you wanna, since you're saying that, do you wanna tell me something? Like go and grab him or?
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
$15.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Cyrell, you're on deck.
6.
All right. You let another arrow fly at this spider. Spider's looking a little bit rough. Cyrell, there's one spider that's in melee with Dala that Haley just fired an arrow at, and it's not doing too hot. There's another one that has not yet been touched.
Okay. Where's the other one? Is it closer to Nebuchadnezzar or where?
It is a little bit closer to Nebuchadnezzar. They've only just come into the tower, so they haven't really spread out yet. It's
Gotcha.
just there's one that's basically at Dala's feet. That's the one that's been wounded. The one that's on the other side of it hasn't been hit as bad yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Cyrell is going to run towards Dala. He's going to drop the lance that he grabbed when he's close, and he's going to pull out his sword and try to flank with Dala and swipe at the creature.
Yeah. You didn't climb up, so even with half movement, you can make that happen. So yeah, you can have advantage on that attack.
Okay, awesome. 14.
That hits.
Okay. 4 damage.
All right.
I'm also granting Dala protection now that I'm within 5 feet of her.
All right. So what does Dala get from that?
So if she's about to be attacked, I can use my reaction to grant that attack disadvantage.
Okay, cool. All right. After your turn, Cyrell, it is the spider's turn. And on the spider's turn, they're going to have some interesting fun things. So first up, let me get my die here. The first attack will be against Dala, so are you going to give her, give them disadvantage on the attack?
Correct.
All right, so the first one
Oh my.
was a 16, and then an 18. So lowest was a 16, which Dala, does that hit you? Not with your shield out, which I would assume you have since you're using your melee weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah, 16 misses. Yay, disadvantage. That made the difference because the other one would have hit. All right, so the first one misses. The second one is going to turn and attack Nebuchadnezzar. It is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Its fangs fail to pierce through your leg armor, Nebuchadnezzar. That's those two spiders, but you start to hear more, and 3 more spiders come bursting in through the doorway. There's now a total of 5, and you hear even more clattering outside as there is a growing, almost wave of spider-like clattering and clicking and tapping on the ground as they approach. Nebuchadnezzar, you're up.
All right. I want to say, everybody, get up the bloody stairs! And I'm actually going to do a disengage action, actually sprint up as far as I can get up the stairs.
All right.
So
What's your movement speed in a round?
25 feet because I got those little dwarf legs.
Okay, so you can make it about 15 feet up the stairs with the difficult terrain. Actually, you've got to get 5 feet to get to the stairs, and then you've got to, so you can get about halfway up the stairs. You make it just past Haley with your movement.
And then,
disengage does prevent 5 attacks of opportunity, so that's fun.
Yeah. and then I turn around to kind of face it. I mean, obviously, how wide are the stairs? Like, is it just wide enough for one person to go up, or two people, or how wide?
About
is it?
5 feet wide, so it's hard for someone to go up with you because of your armor and your bulkiness and just being a dwarf. But the average person, two to a, can go up.
Okay, so my hope is like I'm not gonna block the direct path. I'm more like I'm kind of hugging the wall myself, so people
Okay.
can like run by me.
Yeah.
But
So you get up the stairs, put yourself against the wall to let them pass you, kind of holding up the rear, kind of idea.
Yep. So that's my plan. And obviously that's my 6-second turn, so I can do much else over that.
Okay, that's what you do. Top of the round, you hear a little bit more of that clacking sound, this time coming from the roof, and this time a lot heavier. You think this might be Tauler up there, you're not sure. There's a banging that's happening against the trapdoor that's built into the roof, and in the faint distance, you start to hear the sound of metal. Okay, Dala, you're up. What you doing?
All right, I want to run up the stairs. Probably. Wait, can I run to the first floor?
Just barely. That'll take all of your movement because of the difficult terrain caused by the webbing.
Okay.
Where you are now, if you do that, each spider will get an attack of opportunity against you unless you use your action to disengage.
Okay. So, all right, I'll just try and hit another spider.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So there's
maybe
one that's...
because since I'm like right by the door, then I want to like try and like not too far away from the door, but definitely like further away. So
you can slowly make your way towards the stairs and just provoke maybe one attack of opportunity from one of the spiders. So when you leave melee range.
Yeah.
So you'll stay in melee of most of them, but one of them will get a hit against you if you want to start to move away from the door a little bit.
Tala, did you?
Okay, I won't do that. I won't do
Okay.
that. I won't.
If you don't want to attack at all, you can use your entire basically movement action to get away without being attacked. Is that what you wanted to do, or what you want to do?
No, I don't. I'll just keep on attacking. Going for it.
Do it. So there's one that's been wounded, and there's 4 that have not. Which would you like to go for?
The wounded.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Did
Right.
you get advantage because we're flanking?
Are you still flanking? I thought you had started to move.
No.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Then yeah, you have advantage then.
Okay. 18.
That hits.
Oh, and then 12.
Okay. You bring your hammer down, smashing the forward abdominal carapace of the spider against the stone floor with a crunchy squish as its innards kind of spill out a little bit. That spider dead. Good job.
Are you moving now?
Yes.
She moved at the beginning. She moved a little. Well, she didn't want to move. No, she chose not to move. Yeah, because she didn't want any attacks of opportunity.
Can she move as a bonus action or?
She can move. She chose not to move unless you want to change your mind, Christina. She didn't want to move because she didn't want to get hit. She can't disengage as a bonus action.
Yeah. I'm not moving.
All right. How many spiders are there closer?
There's now 3.
3. All right. I keep making my way upstairs. I'm trying to get to the trapdoor and close it, or at least lock it.
Okay.
I let the group know, and I keep moving up, and then I shoot. Well, how long upwards can I go?
Can you? I don't think you can. Can you dash as a bonus action or just as an action? I don't think that you can, as a wanderer, do that.
I haven't read anything about dashing, so.
That's a no, then. It would have been real obvious at the beginning of
Okay.
the character sheet. I think a treasure hunter can. They're the roguish class. Yes, Dala?
I'm just confused as to what Edrahel's doing. Like, what? How is that helping? How is moving further away from all
You
of
can
us?
ask him on your turn. He's trying to close, make sure nothing can come from the top of the tower.
So that's what I said just now, that I'm letting the group know that I'm gonna go and try to lock the trapdoor that is at at the top of it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
So you can use your action to dash, which will give you double your movement speed, halved for the difficult terrain. That 30 feet will get you to it'll get you all the way back to the top floor. And by the time you get to the top floor, the webbing is more sparse. So you could get basically all the way to the base of the ladder because you would end up with more movement when you get to the top. So you can get to the base of the ladder, but that would be your turn.
So without dashing, it would be just half of my movement, right?
Yeah, without dashing, you would get up to just past the second floor.
Second floor, that would be one hole.
On your next turn, you would be able to move to the ladder without dashing.
So the first time, this turn, sorry,
Yep.
this turn I would have to dash so that the next turn
Yeah. If you dash now, you'll end up at the base of the ladder. Otherwise, you can get just past the second floor, take an action, and on your next turn, your regular movement will get you to the trapdoor.
Okay, I will do that then. I will dash
Okay.
all the way there.
You're going to dash?
Yes.
Okay, so you get to the base of the ladder, and that's your turn.
Yes.
Haley, you're up. Cyrell, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm going to shoot another arrow at a spider.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Roll damage. Double the dice.
Double the dice.
Yes, just the dice.
13.
13. All right. This spider, you fire an arrow, and it actually clips 2 legs and snaps them off. That spider, if it attacks on its turn, will have disadvantage. Great job. Any movement or anything you would like to do, Haley?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Cyrell, at the start of your turn, you hear, presumably again, what is Tauler at the top of the tower. You hear it make this sort of like angry hissing sound, and then the whole tower kind of shifts slightly with a bit of a shake as the spider leaps off of it, and you start to hear this loud thumping as it moves away from the tower. Your turn.
Okay. I relay that to the group. How are the spiders arranged with me and Dolly? Dolly. I know.
Okay, so it's Dala, spider, you, and then it's like spider, spider, spider. So there's a spider next to you, there's a spider between you and Dala, and then there's a spider diagonal to you, and then continuing that direction towards the door. I mean, it's cramped, and there's a bunch of spiders all over.
Okay. I relay what Tauler did to the group, and then I tell Dala to get up the stairs.
Okay.
And then the one that Haley hit, how close is that to me?
It's looking rough. And close to you, it's the one that's next to you. You wouldn't have advantage on the attack. It's also the only one that's been hit in this group. The only other 2 that have been hit are both dead now.
All right, so Dala, I yelled, get up the stairs, and then I am going to attack the one that Haley hit without advantage. I'm probably not going to hit it. Nope. 7. And then I am going to just position myself so I'm close enough to Dala to still try to give her protection.
Okay. What'd you roll?
A 7.
Oh, a 7. Okay, yeah. All right, so that does miss. Dala will still have protection, so that's good to know. On the spider's turn, 2 are going to attack you, Cyrell. 2 are going to attack Dala, so I'll do Dala first.
First one with disadvantage.
Yep. And so that misses. The second one, natural 20. No, I rolled twice. I shouldn't have. I should have only rolled once. It was an 11 plus 4 is a 15, so it misses. I saw the 20 and got excited. Oh, well. All right, so the other 2 are going to attack you, Cyrell. The first one was a 9, and the other one was a natural 1. It's actually going to accidentally run into the other spider and knock itself prone. At which point you hear more clattering coming from outside. The metal sound that you were hearing is a little bit closer, and you actually start to hear yelling. Nebuchadnezzar, bottom of the round, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna take out one of my hand axes. I'm gonna hurl that thing at the one that Haley had hit before.
Okay,
So I'm gonna roll a back roll for that.
do it.
And that is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage. Nice.
And then I did 7 damage to it. So maximum amount could do.
7 is exactly what you needed. As you hurl the axe at it, it cleaves the spider in two and smushes it up against the wall as the hammer slams into the axe slams into the ground with a disgusting clatter up against the body of the broken spider. Is there a bonus action or movement you would like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna move about 10 more feet, just upward. So I imagine I'm either on the second level or right next to it.
Yeah.
But I'm just making my way up. Not like my full movement, just about enough to get up to kind of top of the stairs there.
Okay.
So I don't block anybody.
All right.
All right.
At the top of the round, you hear, "Oi! Get back here, you blasted creatures!" And suddenly you hear a clanging sound as coming through the doorway you see a helmeted, bearded, gorgeously long bearded with these big metal braids. This dwarf come running into the tower. Behind that dwarf, another dwarf. As both of them come in, and they've each got these massive war hammers, and they both cleave on the same spider.